What's up, guys? We are back on Pokemon Showdown for some more Road to Top 10 where I climb the ladder with my bare hands and my 6 Pokemon under my belt. And what am I saying? Anyway, yeah, guys, so we are back for episode 3. Thank you, everybody, for the continuous support. Even on the video that even on episode 2, or part 2 rather, where, you know, the quality wasn't that good. I actually fixed that problem, so the quality should be fine in this upload. So thank you, everybody, for the continuous likes and comments and support. If you can continue to like the video, give me your input, I'll, you know, greatly appreciate that. So today we are using Sand Offense. I got the bringing back the OG Sand Rush Extra with Mega Medicham, Life Orb Latias, Belly Drum Azumarill, and Scarf Chomp to help clean up. So let's look for a battle, and I believe I'll just pause it until we find a battle. Alright, so we found a battle. This is a very interesting team, as he has like Blissey and Sylveon, 2 special walls, but then he has like a Talonflame, Tentacruel, Bisharp, you know, stuff like that. His only 2 rockers, or his only 3 rockers, are Blissey, Landorus, and Bisharp. I'm just going to lead off with Pt.3 because I do have outspeed. I do have enough speed to outspeed Bisharp, and I can knock it out with the Earthquake. And yeah, the sand basically will mean that Excadrill just has a lot of fun in this battle, especially if I can get rid of his, or even weaken his Landorus, which I do have, you know, priority Aqua Jet and Latias for. So let me just lead off with my Tyranitar. As he ends up leading off his Talonflame, could not ask for a better lead matchup. What I'm actually going to do is go right for the Stealth Rocks, because the best he could do is go for a Banded U-turn, which he does. That's a hell of a lot, though. Holy crap, it did 50. But I am, you know, with speed and attack on this T-Tar, so not really, you know, wasn't really expecting to take that well at all. He does have Tentacruel that he can go out into, kind of hoping he wouldn't, as now he can just Rapid Spin away my rocks. What I want to do is go into my Latias, because I can threaten that thing. I don't really care if he Scald Burns Latias. I can go for Psyshock, and I can, you know, I can also force out the Blissey, which will give me some momentum with Mega Medicham, because I just looked at his team, and I just looked at this Mega Medicham, and everything dies. Everything dies to one hit from this thing. So he ends up going right for that Rapid Spin. What I am going to do is pull a double into my Mega Medicham, predicting like Blissey or anything along those lines, which will allow me to, you know, do some work. So he ended up going for the knockoff, though. Don't really agree with that play at all, as right here what I can do is Mega Evolve and go right for Zen Headbutt. He has nothing that wants to come in and take this. Tentacruel will die, and that means I can get up Stealth Rocks later with my T-Tar versus his Bisharp or even Blissey, anything like that. So yeah, I'm not in the worst of positions at all. His best bet is definitely going out to Talonflame and clicking Brave Bird. I don't want Tyranitar getting to a KO'd. I rather sack Garchomp, since I don't really need it this battle. So I rather sack Garchomp to get off the rough skin damage, and if he did end up going for U-turn, he'll pay the price too. So he ends up bringing in Sylveon. Is that Specs? That has to be Specs. Alright, so I don't really have a switch into this thing. I'm just going to go for Earthquake just to get off damage, because that is definitely a Spec Sylveon. So I'm able to get off a lot, enough to the point where I can go out into my Azumarill and go right for the Aqua Jet and knock him out. I'm noticing it now as I'm playing. My win condition was Excadrill, Medicham, or even Azumarill, since he doesn't have anything left for Azumarill. He does have this Landorus, though. Kind of want to go out into my Latias, because I don't want to get hit with an Earth Power or even Sludge Wave. So Latias can definitely take that on. And what I'm actually going to do is go for the HP Fire, predicting Bisharp. And even if he does go out to Blissey, you know, basically HP Fire was my safest play, because at that point, yeah, HP Fire was my safest play, because at that point, if Blissey comes in, I get in T-Tar and I get on my rocks. So he might pursue me right here. I'm honestly fine with that, because I can go out into my T-Tar and just get up the rocks at this point, which will allow me to better combat everything on his team. So gonna risk him pursuing, so I can go out into T-Tar. He went for the knockoff, though, probably predicting you know, something other than obviously my my attack right there. He probably predicted a recover or anything, which was a fair play, but I can get him rocks because I do outspeed him, since I am running max speed, which will allow me to take on that Talonflame. And I want to go out into Azumarill, because Aqua Jet will knock him out. Sucker Punch won't be doing too much, even if he has black glasses. And yeah, he has no switchings for this thing. So go right for the Aqua Jet. I can knock him out at that point. He does end up going out to Talonflame. Talonflame is threatening, but at this point, Excadrill is actually Death Fodder. It was one of my win conditions, so is Azumarill, so is Medicham. So I'd rather just sack Excadrill right here just to take the... It won't really take Banded Brave Birds at all. Well, as you can see, it's an easy 2-hit KO. But it means that he'll go down to recoil anyway. So just going to go right for the Iron Head. It's my safest play, as he's able to knock me out. And now it's whether or not he wants to go out into... Well, honestly, I win by just going out to Azumarill, because even if he goes out to Blissey, I go for... Should I just go for Belly Drum, Aqua Jet? I lose nothing by that. Yeah, let me just go for Belly Drum, you know, Waterfall. That way I can knock out the Landorus as well, as he ends up going for Seismic Toss. And that is going to be game, because I definitely outspeed Blissey, and Waterfall plus Aqua Jet will be able to knock out this Landorus. So it's not over yet, so I'm just not, you know, obviously I'm not out yet. Maybe Landorus has some priority move, or like 50 protects. Oh, he says good game, so you know, good game. Because yeah, Landorus could definitely get knocked out. Yeah, so good game. And let me just show my ranking real quick, because you guys want to see my ranking. I am 1673 right now. I think I'm almost on top 500, which isn't really much of an accomplishment considering I'm going for top 10, but you know, it doesn't matter. I hope you guys didn't hear my phone back there that was just ringing. I don't pick up my house phone. I don't even know why we have a house phone. I have a cell phone. You know, call me, beat me if you want to reach me, man. Nice Kim Possible up in here. Why am I quoting her? Anyway, let me just go and find another battle, since that one was pretty quick, pretty fast forward, but it wasn't bad at all. So this time we are facing Hyper Offense, pretty strong Hyper Offense too, at that. So gonna lead off with my Tyranitar, because I can get up my rocks and basically force the Excadrill to come in and spin, but I'll actually end up probably not sacking, but I probably won't end up knocking out the Deoxys, because I don't want T-Tar in versus Excadrill, so he gets off the spin. He has two great leads, being Deoxys and Keldeo, so that's obviously something he can lead off with. Just gonna pause it until he decides to, you know, make a move. Alright, so he did decide to lead off with that Keldeo, which is, you know, a fair play. I'm just going to switch directly into my Latias to take it on. The best thing he can do is go for like a Specs Icy Wind, and from that, I can, you know, go out to Azumarill or anything along those lines. I don't want to risk Azumarill, because if he is Specs Keldeo, he will be able to 2-hit KO me. Though Citrus Berry will bring me back to a decent amount of HP, but, you know, Latias is definitely my safest play. Now, right here, I actually want to go for the HP Fire, predicting either Excadrill or Bisharp. And even if he ends up going out into his Deoxys, Red Card should be able to, you know, force me out. So, definitely going to end up going right for that HP Fire. And even if he ends up staying in with Keldeo, like predicting this, I don't mind, because I get off enough damage to the point where Earthquake can knock him out. So, he does end up bringing in that Bisharp, which is, you know, the play that I thought he would do. Now right here, I actually want to predict either a knockoff or pursuit, so going to go right for the HP Fire again, as I get that correct. And Bisharp, the priority quick attack is gone. Quick attack, wow. This bitch, no, the Sucker Punch. So either way, now he's going to go out to his Talonflame. He's more than likely just going to U-turn, so see, I end up, if I go out into T-Tar, it takes damage from the U-turn, and you know, I don't have anything for Keldeo. Crap. Let me just hit him with the Angel PK face. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'm an angel. Anyway, I'm just going to go right for Draco. He's more likely just going to go for U-turn. I'd rather just sack my Latias right here, because I do have, you know, I want T-Tar a good amount of HP to be able to take on Talonflame later on. So, he's more likely going to go out into his Deoxys right here. I think Deoxys is a better play than Keldeo, because Keldeo means Azumarill comes in, and Azumarill means I get a kill. So, I'm thinking that Deoxys is definitely his best switch right here. Just going to pause it until he makes a move. Alright, so he does end up bringing in that Deoxys. What I want to do is go right out into my T-Tar, get up my rocks first off, because that is definitely a priority. And from there, oh, he predicts that nicely. But, you know, obviously, it's what Deoxys does. But either way, I can go right for the Crunch. And Crunch puts me in a great position, because Red Card should activate, and he'll force me out. You know, assuming he has Red Card, but he does not. So what I want to do is go out into my Mega Medicham right now, and as he ends up going for that superpower, was not predicting that, but either way, I should be able to, you know, Mega Evolve, and I'm going to attempt going for sub. He might taunt me, he might not. If he doesn't taunt me, he won't be able to break my sub. He might go for his hazards right here, so he ends up going for spikes, which means I end up behind a free sub, and from here, I'm going to get a kill, so I can knock him out with the Ice Punch definitely. as he ends up going for Taunt. I would have went for Superpower just to get off enough damage to, you know, anything. Like maybe he would have gotten a crit. But either way, now he goes out to Talonflame. And do I lose anything by going for Zen Headbutt? Am I adamant, or let me look at this team builder real quick. This is where this gives you guys a chance to steal my team. It looks like, yeah, I'm adamant. I'm plus attack, so I'm gonna go right for the Zen Headbutt, as it is my safest play. As he's just gonna U-turn out into Excadrill. I think Zen Headbutt was better than going for High Jump Kick, just because he also has that pincer right there. So basically, I can potentially knock out, you know, that pincer if you want to go out to it. Though pincer might actually live. I don't know. This thing has insanely high attack. I wish they would show the stats of Mega Medicham, because I always get confused, and that, you know, that makes me do different plays than I want to. But yeah, just gonna pause it until he picks up, you know, a move. I'm sorry about this, but you know, it's better for the video. I ended up picking it, so I had to go out to his Excadrill as I missed the basically a bit annoying. I'm gonna go out to my Excadrill because that looks to be Scarf Drill, and if he goes for Earthquake, I do have a safe, you know, I basically have this safe switching right here. So I'm gonna go right for the Rapid Spin, even though, yeah, Rapid Spin is definitely my safest play. I think that's a Scarf Drill. Scarf Drill is generally run on teams like this because that, if he doesn't have Scarf Drill, he loses to Talonflame of their own, and he doesn't have anything for Talonflame, so that's definitely a Scarf Drill. I could go for Rock Slide right here, predicting like Pinsir or anything along those lines, or even Keldeo and go for like the Earthquake, but I think that going for Rapid Spin is definitely my better play at this point, as right now I'm going to sack my Medicham because it gives me a free switch into Azumarill, and with Azumarill I can just put in work from there. So definitely going to sack my Medicham to the Scald, as now what I can do is go right out into my Azumarill, and I believe I can go right for the Play Rough. I don't lose anything by going for Play Rough. Even if he goes down to his Talonflame, I'll be able to live a Banded Brave Bird, and I can go for like the Aqua Jet. So ends up bringing in his Excadrill. Fine by me, because Play Rough brings him into range where I believe Aqua Jet will be able to knock him out. So not really too worried about that, because Excadrill is definitely a threat, but I want to be able to knock it out. So yeah, Scarf Drill, meaning he can't Revenge Kill. Well, honestly, he can't Revenge Kill anything with Scarf Drill, because barring T-Tar, because my Garchomp is also Scarf. So he ends up bringing in his Talonflame. I'm actually going to predict his U-turn, and even if he goes for Brave Bird, I think I'm fine. So I'm going to predict his U-turn and go right for the Play Rough. Even if he goes for Brave Bird, like I said, I am fine because I do have that T-Tar. So I'm going to go for the Play Rough, predicting the U-turn out into Keldeo, as he ends up going right for that Brave Bird. Like I said, I am fine because I do end up living it. Get that Citrus Berry off, which will ensure that I live some hits later on. So now I'm going to go on to my T-Tar. He might actually pull a double into Keldeo. That'll be a pretty good play if he pulls a switch into Keldeo right there. But then again, Smooth Rock means 8 turns, and 8 turns mean I can, you know, win from there. So yeah, I'm going to T-Tar. It's definitely my safest play, as he does end up pulling that double into Keldeo. Not really bad at all, because I can sack my Azumarill. Yeah, I can sack my Azumarill, which means that I can come in with Garchomp and just spam Outrage at that point, not fearing anything. In the end, I still have see, Adamant Earthquake might be able to KO this Keldeo, but I'm not going to risk it, so I'd rather just go out to my Garchomp and just click Outrage at this point. It is the safer play of the two. And Tyranitar, of course, Tyranitar being alive, meaning that I'm not fearing Pinsir at all. So I'm going to go right for the Outrage. It should be able to knock out Keldeo. I actually don't know if my Garchomp is adamant or not. I forgot the EVs because I haven't been doing, you know, as much like laddering lately. So yeah, anyway, now he's gonna go out to Pinsir, sacking Talonflame, which was the correct play. But I can get off this Outrage, which means that even though he'll be able to get off this return, it won't be able to knock me out. And Sandstorm damage will bring him to the point where well, I'm definitely gonna save that. Sandstorm damage will bring it to the point where he'll die in the following turn after going for like Quick Attack or anything. He went for return, predicting my switch. Good play on his part. And right here, I'm just gonna go for my rocks, just in case he wants to go for return again, predicting like Excadrill. He has no reason not. He has no reason to. He's gonna go for Earthquake, but I lose nothing by going for my rocks right here, as it will ensure that Pinsir dies if he does end up switching out, and it means that Keldeo. I win basically with Drill. So I'm gonna go out to Drill. Let's see if Adamant Earthquake can knock him out. I know it did like 63% last time I was using it, but it actually is able to knock him out. So let me just say good game. And Sand Rush, bro. Wait. I train in the mountains of Kenya. Yeah, Sand Rush. Good game. I don't know where I said that. But anyway, that was a pretty good game. Let me look at the time. 15 minutes. Let's try and get one more battle before I decide to, you know, end this live. So, I don't even know why. Does Kenya even have mountains? I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired. I apologize. When I'm tired, I'm stupid. And when I'm stupid, I'm illogical, which are the same thing. I had a long day. School started at 8 o'clock and it ended at 9 o'clock in the morning. It was a long day. Anyway, let me just pause until I find a battle. What is this? Have you heard about my rat attack? Okay. Well, I don't really have much time left, so I'm just going to end it with this. Whoa, he putting on the timer on me. This man is ready. I'm just going to end it with this because I really do have to go afterwards. So, yeah, I'll just, I'm looking for my rocks. Gotta hit that trainer just in case he wants to come in. It's in the top percentage of rat attack. Why? Just, bro, hello? And add my number to your Pokegear. My name is Joey. I know this. This joke has been going around for 4 years. Oh, he got me. He got me right there. Can't let him get off the quick attack. Gotta switch out to my Garchomp. This is a tough play. Alright, but yeah, I'm just gonna end it after this. So thank you everybody for watching. You know, I honestly have to go right now, but I do appreciate all the feedback, the comments, the support. Go follow me on Twitter, guys. That did nothing. That did literally nothing. Go check me out on Twitter. Follow me. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. I am now 1705, so that's awesome. And yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed. So thank you all for the constant feedback. How'd this guy get to 1665 with this? Holy crap. Oh no, he's definitely using different teams, just having fun. Alright, so that's it, guys. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and until next time, later.